Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at a match between Iga Swiatek and Barbara. I'm not going to try to pronounce her last name. I know I will fail miserably. Um, Asia, they're all in Asia now. There's a tournament for the men's going on, I think, in China. There's they're the women are in Seoul. The Laver Cup is currently going on as well. So the tennis season's almost over, but there's still, a lot more tournaments to come. And going based off of social media, everybody seems to be enjoying their time in Asia, which is great. Um, I feel like a lot has happened in terms of Taylor Towson's situation. If you guys have not heard, um, she said some unpleasant things about uh, the Chinese culture. And when I say that, I'm talking about their food. Um, she did apologize, but a lot of people were not very happy with what she had to say. If you'd like to know more details, uh, you could check TikTok. Um, all I know is a lot of people were saying that by her saying those things about the Chinese culture and their food was proving Ostapenko correct. So if you guys do look into the situation, leave a comment if you agree with what people are saying or if you just think it was an honest mistake. But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I would say one of Iga's strong suits is definitely her movement and her intensity. I think out of all of the players on the tour, she moves the best. And I think part of that is because I feel like a lot of her game is um, based off of Nadal's, and Nadal moves a lot. So I think that's something that really works well for her movement and her intensity. And I think that's something that's gotten her so far. That's really great defense from Iga. Um, trying to keep the ball in play there. That was a great serve from Barbara. If I'm not mistaken, that's how you say her first name. Barbara did a great job seeing the open court there. I think either way, whether she had gone cross or down the line on that point, I think either way it would have worked. But I definitely think that when it comes to passing shots, going down the line is the better option most of the time. I feel like from personal experience that it's harder to defend a down the line passing shot compared to a cross court passing shot. I feel like a cross court passing shot is easier to cut, if that makes sense, compared to a down the line, which I feel like you're more what's the word? I feel like you need to step out wide to get the ball when it comes down the line compared to stepping forward when the ball comes cross court. I definitely think that should have been a backhand from Barbara. I think she could have stepped in a bit on that and hit a backhand. I don't think a slice was the best shot at all. I like that from Barbara. I like that return. I think it was the right idea. And she got a racket on it. I think she just went for a little too much. It didn't look like it was that far out. I think another great thing about Iga's game, and that another great thing about Iga's game, and I think that's something that separates her from a lot of the players on the tour, is her anticipation. And I do believe that, other than ground strokes, obviously, anticipation and being able to read the ball and read your opponent's body and react in the best way according to what you're seeing is something that makes a huge difference in your game. And I think that's something that Iga's really good at. Just her ability not only to react to what she's saying, but react in the right way that puts her body in the best position for the ball that she's receiving. You can see that she was ready to pounce on that ball, step in. You can see both players are really trying to keep the ball deep. Neither of these players are players that you want to give lots of short balls to. I think that's a great return from Iga there. You can see that she got Barbara jammed on that last surplus one. Great serve. Oh, she missed it. That definitely could have been a swinging volley, I think. An overhead was a bit risky. The ball looked a bit low for an overhead to me. I think maybe if she slowed down her movement a bit, she could have taken that as a swinging volley, which I think would have been safer. Both of them struggling with their serves. Those are some really great shots from Iga. They're taking Barbara off the court, but not putting Iga in a position to where she would give Barbara a chance to take her off the court. It's it's a deep angle, and doing hitting a deep angle can put your opponent in a very uncomfortable position, which I think Barbara was in, and that's why she ended up hitting that really short ball that Iga just cleaned out there. It's a great backhand again, taking Barbara off the court, allowing herself to get an opportunity to step in. Another double fault. I think it's the right idea. I think Barbara could have gone under the ball a bit more with her racket, just to get a bit more lift and topspin on the shot to allow it to go over the net. And I think if she had gotten it in, she would have put herself in a better position to win the point. It's a nice deep return from Iga, and like I've said in previous videos, I think a deep return is super important because, especially if you're playing an opponent who's very aggressive, hitting deep shots is something that can really mess them up. Because they thrive on short balls and being able to step in and control the center of the court. So I think having a deep return and hitting deep in general, especially when you're playing someone who plays aggressive, is super important. And I also think that keeping them out of the center of the court is also something that works really well against people who play very aggressive and like to take control of the center of the court. And I also think keeping rallies long, keeping the rallies as long as possible can also make a huge difference. But thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I hope you found anything in this video useful that you can, take and add to your game. Please leave a comment down below on other matches you'd like me to commentate over. And I hope you guys all have an amazing day. Please like and subscribe and hit that post notification bell so you know the next time I post. Thank you guys so much.